Oh, hello, interwebs. We meet again. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this game of 5e presented by NeverEnding to air concurrently with MomoCon here in the ATL. And we are only too happy to bring you a group of fabulous players who are also arriving at a con themselves today. Ladies and gentlemen, we humbly invite you to join us as we are at the Con-Vergence, a multi-versal convention put together by one rambling rogue who just really wants everyone to have a great time and come together, no matter what world they previously abided in. If you look at the overlay and all of the art that we have to display for you today, all of this is brought to you by NeverEnding, where you can go and create scenes and characters and assets for your own tabletop campaigns that you run virtually. They have ways to integrate them into virtual tabletops, and they also have several NPC voice actors recording lines that you can put into your campaigns as well, with new features rolling out all the time. So please visit them at BneverEnding.com.
And BneverEnding.app is their character builder.
BneverEnding.com
is all the other cool stuff that they have, like merch and any information and all of that. But,
yes.
Yep. Which...
Behind the veil, Finn Archer, who hasn't introduced himself at all. Hi, everybody. I'm Finn Archer. Finn Archer is the one behind the GM screen today, and what we are going to be bringing to you, I always go to BneverEnding.com, and there is a button to click on Launch App. So yes. If you're like me and can't remember to put .app at the end of everything, they got you covered with them links. But since I belatedly introduced my own self, let's go around and meet our players real fast. Players, if you would just give us a shout out of who you are, how you're called, what are your pronouns, and what character will you be playing today? Briefly, because we'll describe them in game. So let's get started with Sin.
Hi, my name is Synxiec of the he and they pronoun. I am playing Torb Inderi today of the he and him kingdom.
I love that. I need like citizenship of blank pronoun pins now.
Ooh, that reminds me. While other people are going.
Okay, well, we'll hear from Sin momentarily.
He's showing off his onesie.
Yeah,
I love
this is
it.
True.
Absolutely
Correct.
love it. Well, as we're waiting in anticipation for Sin, Maria, tell us more about yourself.
Hello, I'm Maria. I'm also HappyCapster on the internet. I use the they and the she's as far as pronouns. Today, though, I'm playing Alina Dawnbrow, who uses she and her pronouns. What are those?
What are we looking at, Sin?
What are we looking at?
You're muted.
Oh, very
yes!
nice.
Look at those!
Yes.
Very
Love
nice.
that.
Love the pronoun pins. We love to see it.
It was just like, I need pins for citizenship, and I'm like, oh, I have those.
Yes. Fan-freaking-tastic. Next up, Duval!
Hey,
Duval!
what's up? Duval! Good afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jacob Plick, DuvalKingJacob on the internets. Really excited to be here with all of you. I am of the he and him brotherhood, and Blurg, who is the character that I'll be playing, is of the he and they establishment. Nope, establishment is a shitty word.
Conglomerate.
You know what? Starship. Why not? Why not?
Lordship, ladyship, battleship, starship.
Exactly. He's a kobold blood hunter. Okay.
Fan.
Amazing.
Oh, wait, hold on. Your character's a kobold?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
I love where this is going.
Oh, the tension is palpable.
Love it.
I love it.
All right, Jordan, please let everyone know who you are and who you play today.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm DnDJordanLea of the She and Her Kingdom. Today, I will be playing Alizen Whisperwind, an Air Genasi rogue, revived rogue, who is also part of the She Her Kingdom. Very excited to play with y'all.
Always a pleasure. And last but never least, Babs. Please let us know who you be, what you do.
Oh, hey, it me. I was about to say it me, Robo-Goblin, but that's not who I am. But that's how he always starts his. Hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood BabstheBat. I am the CEO of Chaotic Tiefling Productions. We help NeverEnding produce their Twitch channel, as you can currently see. And today I will actually be playing the Chaotic Tiefling herself, Callista, my ridiculous fire-loving tiefling sorcerer, who knows someone else and has adventured with someone else in this party before, and that other person may have given her a certificate for best fireball, which is the highlight of her life.
I will also interject, I am also part of Chaotic Tiefling as a creative production assistant, so I get to work with this amazing bean.
Yes! So Jordan runs the NeverEnding channel and all the tech stuff on Saturdays most of the time. So if you're ever in chat, you should say hi.
Yeah.
And which
kingdom am I part of?
Which faction are you a part of, I guess? What are we doing here?
Both Callista and myself are part of the She-Her Kingdom.
Very nice.
I love this so much. I love this spread worldwide.
And I am Finnegan Archer once again, at Bloodhaven Bard on all the interwebs and all the places, playing around on Chaotic Tiefling and D4 RPG on Twitch. And I am a member of the Sacred Order of, member of the needs reordering, he, him, and my main character that you'll see me play today is going to be Curtis G. Make-A-Penny, also of the he, him consortium.
Curtis, the GM.
Curtis the GM, yeah. Curtis, the G stands for GM today. Curtis G. Make-A-Penny, G stands for GM today. But
M stands for Make-A-Penny. You're the GM.
Yeah, I am. Oh, Curtis G. Look at that. I didn't even know what
Currency.
happened there. Chaos. But in any case, very happy to see all these people. Very happy to see you on the interweb. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us get to the chaos and jump straight in. The Con-Vergence is a traveling event that is hosted on several different planes of existence and in several different universes. No one is quite sure where physically it's located because tickets only gain you interest to the teleportation magic that puts you at the gate. It's not quite clear where you are, other than the fact that you seem to be in a green field. You have teleported there via the ticket you purchased. Some of you from like the back end of a catalog in a comic book. Some of you might have purchased it from somebody in the streets. Others might have been gifted it as a prize for something you didn't even know you entered. And now here you are at the Con-Vergence with lots of tents and booths set up. You might see several for Be NeverEnding, for Chaotic Tiefling, for Make-A-Penny's Machinations. And all of these vendors are showing off wares that some seem familiar to you and some seem really weird. Like, I did not know, like, you don't know what that device is used for, but it's shaped funny, and so you kind of are on board. Or you're repulsed, depending on how your character looks at these things. However, I am leaving it up to the players right now to let me know, how are you teleporting in? Who are you teleporting in with if you are arriving together? And please give us a description of your character as you materialize at the Con-Vergence.
I can go first. Because I think Blurg's probably coming right from Tolus. So he's done some astral plane-like traveling before, so he's familiar with it, and he's a member of the Brotherhood of Redemption, I think is the name of it, and they've got like plane shift stuff. So he sort of pops in, and he's wearing this brown kind of tattered leather, sleeveless leather armor, black cobalt scales, a slashing scar over his left eye, and he's got on his back this glowing golden bow and a sort of not glowing but silver rapier to his left side on his like this large green sash-like belt, and he's really excited as always.
All right, fantastic. Well, you materialize on the green near the entrance. You see what you see around. What's Blur gonna do though? Or is he gonna rush off to the first booth he sees? Is he gonna kind of meander and look for other creatures? There is a handful that you could see milling about between the between that situation. Do you walk off to go do that? Are you interrupted by another adventurer popping in?
I think he would immediately like taking in the surroundings and just get like, okay, there's too many things to do and I'm a bit confused about where I should start. So maybe I should just like wait and someone help me make decisions.
Neurodivergent paralysis. You know it.
Yes.
So while Blurg is physically still but mentally pacing, who pops into existence here?
Absolutely, Elena does.
There we go.
100%. Elena is almost 4.5 feet tall. She is a gnome with kind of dark red brown hair, typically pulled up in some sort of messy something or other, large glasses, very, very faint freckles, and is wearing kind of like fancy traveling clothes. Like she seems very comfortable in them, but they definitely look a bit much for the occasion. She's got a fairly hefty backpack on that has all sorts of little trinkets on it, dressed in pretty colorful tones, and has in her hands a giant book and then a bunch of papers. And she's just like, as she's walking out of this teleportation circle, that was placed there by herself, by her mentor, who knows? She's just reading this handwritten itinerary that she has on the stack of books and papers, and she's not even looking up. She's just walking forward out of this circle, and she says, okay, first thing we have to do, and then immediately sees everything around and immediately forgets everything that she had planned.
We all know that friend who shows up to the con with a checklist.
Yes.
And the checklist never survives first contact with con.
Yeah. The entire plan is ruined the moment she steps out of that circle into this green field. And so she just like shoulders kind of like tense a little bit. And then she just says, okay, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. I think she was going to she was planning to meet up, I think, with Jordan, remind me how to pronounce your character's name again. Allison?
Alizan.
Perfect. Alizan. I think that she and Alizan have been chatting. And I think Alizan is the only person that Elena really knows. And so like she's just kind of looking around, trying to find anyone who remotely resembles a person that they've never met in real life. And
isn't that everyone?
Well,
people who look like someone you've never met in real life.
Well, So she's just kind of wander, very much looking like she's looking for someone.
I think like as like hello.
Hi. Hello?
By the way, how tall is Elena?
Almost 4.5 feet tall.
Okay, so
Small.
like
I'm a gnome.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So, but many smalls. We love the smalls.
We love
Party
smalls.
squad.
Yeah, and actually, one thing I forgot to mention is Blurk has this like green, like flowing cloak, and I think like there's like maybe like a moment of like uncomfortable silence, and so he just spins and woof. It's like I'm Blurk.
Hi. I'm Elena. I've never been to one of these before.
Really?
Yeah. Have you seen someone who has like bluish hair? Is like she tries to reach approximately how high she thinks that alley is. It's like kind of, that high. Is really cool. I'm looking for my friend, and I don't know where she is.
Well, I haven't, but just based off of the description, I'm really sure that I'm going to like them a lot.
All of us at a convention when we don't have signal.
Yep.
Right? Right?
Oh,
Probably
man.
at that moment, you actually hear the teleportation circle starting to form behind. And instead of being nicely on the ground, it's like just up in the air. And you just see Allie just like this figure kind of being jumped out. And all of a sudden, this like griffin head that's just sticking its head like angrily through the portal and then giving her the eyes and then disappearing back. The rest of you see basically this humanoid woman. She stands up. She's in her early 20s. She's got hair that is constantly moving. It is fading from light blues to tinges of purples and pinks. She's got braided 2 bits of braids that go in along with feathers. She's got a jagged purple scar that goes across her right eye. And she's wearing a mixture of blues and blacks. She looks like, honestly, she was probably just walking about wherever she was, and then this hole just kind of popped up. So she kind of dusts herself off and is like, okay, well, looks like I'm gonna be taking the harder route home.
Elena's doing that like peek and like look, is like, is that the person? Is that with
her perception, she will immediately pick up on the fact that the 2 of you are standing there. So she'll be like, Alanya?
It's like you summoned them.
I think Allie, is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Hi, and I'll just go and I'll like I'll come up to you and like extend a hand.
Oh, she will immediately, like, she's like, I'm more of a hugger. Are you okay with hugging?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll pick you up real quick. Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Blurk just like starts clapping.
This is I just met them. This is Blurk.
Oh, okay.
I've heard
nice.
so much about you in the last 15 seconds, and then you just appeared. It's amazing.
Well, I've actually heard of you.
Really?
You were in a book that I was just in a town, and you were in a book.
What?
Yeah.
What's the name of the book?
I don't know. I don't read.
So
it was my
his
friend
picture was in a book.
Yeah,
apparently.
it was your picture, and I saw like
Oh.
underneath was Blurk. My friend was reading it. They had fallen asleep, and I may or may not have been testing them about that, but that's okay.
Oh.
Anyways, it's good to meet you. Are you a hugger or are you more of a handshake?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Quickly pull you up into a hug as well.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So
Cool.
have you done something like this? Have you been something like this before, Allie? Okay. What do we do? What do we do?
I think we're still waiting on a couple more people. I know we've been
Yeah?
talking through sending
Oh,
stones
okay.
the last couple of weeks.
Mhm.
So I think we're waiting for 2 more people, and then we can kind of go from there. But the
With-
biggest tip is
With
just
your
take some time.
ridiculously high passive perception for those watching, Allie's passive perception is the stuff of DM nightmares. And with that, you do see that at the very entrance of the con, underneath the banner and everything, you see a half elf, well dressed with a. With a hat kind of like this one on, and he's going back and forth in front of this sign that says "Chance to meet Tasha." Now, lots of folks are passing him by, but when a chance to meet Tasha is in front of on the sign that he is pacing around back and forth in front of. But only you notice that for now, and
Sure.
we.
She will
and
make
so
note
we'll-
of that.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to go over there once the rest of the group meets. So-
Over where?
Oh, and she'll kind of just nod her head over, and her hair kind of flows with her as she kind of nods.
How do you do that?
Oh, it's
That's
Elena-
amazing.
Gasps.
I'm an air genasi, so it just kind of it always looks like this, and she'll look, almost looking like a rock concert, like kind of doing the hair flip from like the air bands, and just goes everywhere. And it just
That's
it's
amazing.
constantly moving between the blues and the pinks to look like the sky.
So I'm gonna apologize in advance because I might just like stare and
That's
like
fine.
watch it for like 5 minutes and then forget where I am, and then like so someone will probably have to like make sure that I'm okay or something.
I can definitely do that. Do you need like one of those sleep tests, or are you good?
I think I'm good,
Okay,
but I don't know. Later, the jury's out.
sure.
Okay,
And
I'm getting excited.
as everyone is like chit chatting and stuff, like 5 feet off the ground, this just flaming. Is it an Ouroboros? The spinny thing.
But the Ouroboros, the snake.
Yeah.
A fiery Ouroboros appears, and out tumbles this gold-skinned, purple-haired tiefling dressed in reds and golds, and just looks like the epitome of fire, essentially. But just like tumbles out of this Ouroboros and manages somehow to like somersault her way and like land on her shoulder to roll and not just like plop on the ground.
Make a deck save.
Oh god.
First roll. You can't just say things.
How dare.
Hey, you
Okay.
softballed that one right out
A
there.
13.
Nice.
You
It's not
make
a
a
clean
superhero
landing.
landing, but it's obvious that hurt your knees real bad.
Oh. Ugh. And you just hear this like, oh. Ugh. And just kind of stands up a little and is like, well, this isn't where I wanted to go. This isn't.
Oh my God, Callista! Oh my God! Oh my God! What?
And she just like whips around and blurg?
What? Wait, did you get home?
No, that's where I was trying to get.
You still haven't got home yet? It's been like a year and a half.
Oh wow.
Has it been that long since I saw you?
I'm level 11 now, so definitely.
What is this meta humor? And why do I want more?
I left. I finally left Hollis, and got sent to this one place, and then I met somebody who said that they could help me get home, and now I'm here. And it was kind of a bumpy ride.
Well, you seem to be in one piece. Great to see you. How's your fireball doing? Is it still the best in the entire like universe?
Oh, absolutely. That's why they kicked me out of Tolus.
I remember. There was a press release and everything. It was kind of amazing.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for it to get that much attention, but...
It's okay, because it actually made the Mutual Admiration Society that much more popular. So, thanks.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad that all of you benefited from that.
By the way, everybody says hello.
Aw.
Also, hi, Callista. It's good to meet you.
Oh! Hey!
Finally.
Sorry. I'm a little discombobulated.
Oh, listen, I just popped in here off of the back of a griffin and literally came in face first, so, like, I get it. It's your average adventuring day.
At this point, it seems I'm just plane hopping.
All good. Are you a hugger, handshaker? What's your...
I mean, you can hug me, but if I spontaneously burst into flames, I can't be blamed.
Okay, I'm here for that challenge. And she will she will actually step forward and just go for it.
Okay. And
Yep.
she doesn't
Amazing.
burst into
Yay.
flames.
I love that.
Amazing.
In the middle of this very warm meetup, a person clad in mostly like dark colored armor, like a lot of red, a lot of black, and a lot of purple, appears. You're not sure what direction they came from.
I think that's our last person we're waiting on.
Yeah?
They have like black hair with a platinum streak, and their eyes have a star, like their pupils have a star shape.
Ooh.
He's fan.
I love that.
They're like an average height. They're like 5'10".
Okay.
Also, like, you know, like their eyes aside, everything else about them is just human.
I believe none of your lies.
Yep.
Inside check.
Elena is like not staring at you, but is like kind of looking towards you with like a little bit of wonderment, and is just gonna say from where they're kind of standing next to, not really behind Blurg, because I feel like they're similar in heights.
Yeah.
Just kind of like peers around and says, hi, can you, how did you do that? How did you get
Hi, my
here?
name
Like,
is Torb.
hi.
It's nice
Hello.
to meet you.
Hi, I'm Elena. I'm sorry, that was really, hi, hello.
You look and sound unbelievable. Hi, I'm Blur. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Blur. How are you?
Outstanding.
Also, there is like very obvious warmth to his character. As far as this is concerned, I think Blurg would be able to tell this person looks utterly fascinated by your very existence.
Amazing.
I did not know such people existed.
Torb, it's good to finally meet you through our many correspondences.
Oh, okay, so that was you at the other end of the sending stone.
Usually there was like a lot of like noise happening. I tend to move around a lot, so yeah.
I'm just surprised you were able to find me.
I'm calling you, and then the whole background is.
Yes.
No. It's more
You hear me now? You hear me now?
explosions and the occasional yelling. It's more so that, like, oh yeah, I'm going through a tunnel.
Okay,
Sorry,
but
I'm going to the Underdark. I might lose signal.
okay,
Oh, no.
but I have a question. Is Blurg wearing his hat?
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing.
What hat? What
Absolutely.
hat? Tell me more.
I forgot what it looks like though.
Torb,
Isn't it like, it's very much like a cavalier with a big old feather in it hat? Isn't
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
But-
that.
But didn't it also, like, it was your camp counselor hat, essentially.
Yeah, my dungeon coach hat. Yeah.
Yes, your
There
dungeon
we
coach
go.
hat.
Dungeon coach hat. Yep.
Torb,
And like,
are
I
you-
think
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say like, I think he's definitely wearing it, but I think there's a moment where he gets like conscientious about it, and I think he even says like, I'm not even on the job, but it just felt right today. I don't know.
It looks good. Torb, are you a hugger, handshaker?
Oh, who, me?
Yeah, you are Torb. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if you're not, and she starts reaching for her daggers, like, I mean, if you're not, then we have a bigger problem. But
I mean, only sometimes, but that is a problem that I don't think a sword can solve.
valid.
Okay.
I understand
Sir.
none of that, but I'm a big fan anyway.
I've never had someone ask me that question before. I don't think I have a preference. Hugs are fine.
Okay. Well, I believe consent is, the way to go. So she will kind of gently give a hug to Torb, as well as, oh, hang on. And she reaches into her bag. This book that you sent me to read, I wanted to give it back. And you see that there's this tome that has actually been marked up with, you see leaves sticking out as like markers that have been
Nice.
painted in different colors. It was really wonderful. So thank you so much for letting me borrow this.
All right, and as all of this like warm, very wholesome, but
That
also like
when you forget who you linked your DVD to and you can't find it, or you didn't even realize it was missing.
Yeah,
Right?
Allie might have snuck over and taken it,
so as all this is going on, it becomes you hear the calling from the gates come louder. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Tasha herself, the mage with the most, has graced us with her presence today. But you must win the chance to make an audience with Tasha. So today, step right up if you feel like you have the mind and the mettle to match with the mages. You could today be one of the few that could say, oh yes, I knew her when.
Elena's jaw is on the floor. And it's just like saying to no one in particular, I can meet Tasha.
Yep, let's make it happen.
Oh, and is instantly like a little bit paler, like knees weak, palms sweaty all the way around.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, is that to the Barker now?
Yes. Have
Oh.
we... You look familiar. Have we met before?
Dear Lady Callista, we meet again? That would depend. You see, I've been around to the wheres and the winds, and we have indeed met, can confirm. However, Miss, when was the last time you saw me? Because this could be a very different when than the last time I saw you.
If I recall correctly, wasn't it at another carnival type thing? And
Oh,
there
the
might have been
night
a hag
circus.
or a wit. I don't remember.
Oh, so much ooze, so little time. I do recall the evening. Big top with a big sploosh. It happened. My, that was quite a pace ago. I see. Well, we have much to catch up on, or not catch up on, if you catch my drift. Because I need to make sure that I'm keeping this timeline intact, darling. However, it seems that such a fine group of adventurers has finally coalesced and come together. I seem to be scaring off the more timid pleasure seekers of the day. But those of you who have gathered here may find yourselves with the gumption, with the courage, with the fortitude to test your might and your skills to meet Tasha herself. What do you say, friends? What do you say?
Is Tasha really here?
Oh, Tasha is everywhere she chooses to be. And today she's chosen to grace us.
I would love to meet her, please.
Well, then I would love to do that for you, darling, but out of fear of favoritism, out of fear of preferential treatment, I do put the same test before all of our con goers at the Con-Vergence. So, if any of your party would like to pick one of the games of skill to compete in, you certainly can try your hand at winning a chance for your whole party to win an audience with Tasha herself.
Elena's just nodding and is like turning towards everyone and nodding with like these giant eyes of like, I would love this so much.
I think it's fair to say that I am not necessarily emotionally invested in meeting Tasha, but I'm emotionally invested in Elena meeting Tasha, and thus I am in.
Yes, I am also happy to help on.
I don't know who that is, but
I was about to ask if you knew who Tasha was, Blurg.
What?
I was about to ask if you knew who Tasha was, Blurg.
Tasha's one of the most amazing spellcrafters in all of existence. I've studied her works for so long. I never thought I'd be able to meet her in a place like this. Elena's going into a little bit of like a like an anxiety attack.
Allie is just literally sending little plumes of like cooler air over to Melania to like just give her a little bit of a, it's gonna be okay. Not frigid, it's just a little bit cooler to kind of help.
Yeah, for sure. Out of the backpack, like pokes these two fuzzy ears and then like wriggles out a head of this white and gray cat-like creature with like long ears with little tufts on the ends, and it's like probably it's not too terribly big, but it squeezes out and perches on her shoulder, so it's small enough to fit on her shoulder, and it's got these little wings, and the tail just kind of like wraps like around her other shoulder. And she's like, oh, okay, it's fine. This is her familiar.
I love them already.
Well, that's when Curtis says, well, prick up the ears on the sides of your dome, my little gnome, because what we have before you are 6, count those 6 options for our games of skill and might today. You may climb the ladder to Celestia. And he gestures towards one of the tents, and through the opening of the tent, you see one of those rope ladders that are rigged up, except instead of being at different ends and spinning like you see them like, at a theme park or whatever, it's just suspended in midair toward nothing. Like maybe the pieces are somewhere on the ethereal plane, the anchors, but it just is kind of spinning, and you see a dwarf like hanging on for dear life as it just kind of keeps spinning and tries to throw him. So far, no winners on that one today, and you hear a snap. Ah! No winners as of yet. Next, we would have...
Amazing. Well done, Finn. Well done.
Amazing.
Next up, we have the challenge of booping the blinking snoot. And you see a pin. He gestures to the other side of him. You see they've got this like little pin set up, and inside there is a small blink dog. Who is?
Oh no!
Oh, this is so bad.
Who's running around, and there is a Aarakocra standing in the center of the pin, trying to grab the blink dog. Now just come here. I said, no, I've got. And every time he gets close to booping the snoot, the blink dog just blinks away and just is gone. He's like, if I could just. And he sits still for a minute. I think you'll be here. And as he reaches out, the blink dog actually just pops up on his shoulder. Now. And we also have for you match the Sphinx's rhyme. Impress the Sphinx with your rhyming skills, and you will progress. And
oh God,
there's a Sphinx just kind of half napping over to the side. Lifts their head. Yeah, I make it rhyme every time. How much longer do I have? I thought you were here all day. Honestly, where else do you have to go? Nowhere that I know. And he puts his head back down. You may also try your hand at wrestling a Dragonborn champion. And he gestures to another tent that you can see through the doorway to the tent. There is a bronze Dragonborn sitting down, and he's actually like painting the giant, these biggest Easter eggs you've ever seen in your life. And he's like sitting there trying to paint them. Oh yeah, I wrestle real good, and you can't stop me. So
You did
at
it.
the line. Close enough, sir. Close enough. You may also try your hand at guessing how many pixies are in the jar. And there's a giant jar behind him, and then there's like pixies flying around inside of it, and one of them is holding up a sign that says, "It's an illusion. Just move on." And that's when Curtis goes, "No real pixies were harmed and or captured in the process of this attraction. I guarantee you, these are all union workers. They are being paid well." And then finally, the last chance you can see here is, can you win a staring contest against the Cyclops?
Oh.
And in the last one, there's this Cyclops standing there. He's like putting eye drops in his eyes, and he's like,
I'm done.
Oh my god, I love this so much already.
And so that's when Curtis turns back to you and says, "Now each of you may try your hands against any of our challenges in your quest to meet Tasha. Surely the crowning jewel on anyone's day at Con-Vergence.
So do we all have to pick one?
Any of you may win a chance for you to meet Tasha by picking any one of our challenges. However, you may each only pick one. Only one of you must succeed, but you may each only pick one."
Can we pick the same one?
Oh, by all means, of course.
Elena, is there one that spoke to you a bit more?
She'll point to the pixie jar. I think that's where my skills are.
The whole time you've been hearing Allie just go, blink, dog, blink, dog.
But you can. Well, I don't know if I don't. Like she'd probably hear it. I mean, you can try the blink dog. I mean, we don't have to do the same thing. But you seem like you'd really want to do the blink dog.
It's fine.
Why don't you go do the blink dog then?
You may each attempt something different, of course.
We can do different things. Yeah.
Blink dog! She just goes taking off after the blink dog. Thank you, Elena!
Elena smiles.
All right, well,
That was amazing.
per the rules of the challenge, you may ponder the jar for a maximum of 30 seconds and then must give your answer to how many pixies are in the jar, dear. And so, Elena, as you start peering at the jar,
Cool.
make a investigation check.
Okay. I have. That seems like it would be against the rules. The urge to cast Dispel Magic is very high.
I mean, they never said we couldn't.
Right.
No one said you couldn't, but
I don't see the rule list over here.
You are guided by your own conscience, and your own conscience alone.
Okay. You said that, okay, just to make sure that I heard correctly, they said that we could only do it once, right?
You can each only do one challenge, and you each pick whichever challenge you like.
Okay. She's gonna cast Dispel Magic. She is. She's gonna look at it for 2 seconds and be like, they said it was an illusion. Therefore, if I get rid of the illusion, then there'll be an accurate number of whoever it is. So that's what they're gonna do.
Amazing. Look
And
at that justification.
That gives you what you would have won on your success for the first
Amazing.
investigation check. So you just cheesed the first check.
Yes.
And to you, or actually to everyone who's looking on, about half of the pixies just disappear. they were in fact illusory pixies in a rigged game. So you pass that check, at least half of them disappear. There's still a lot, like more than can just be counted quickly, but half of them are gone. Make me another investigation check.
Excellent. Does my passive investigation play into this at all?
How high is it? I'm sorry.
24.
Oh, 24. Okay.
I feel like that, honestly though, I feel like that would have been more for like the first part of noticing, and this is like actually counting, so I don't know if it would necessarily play. But
you
it's
know what? I'm gonna give you with that high passive, since you guys are gonna be just the Wonder Twins of noticing everything today. I'm gonna give you that and say there are less than 400 pixies in there. It's a massive jar. Like this is an aquarium-sized jar over here.
Oh, that's huge.
Okay. Less than 400.
You know there's less than 400. Go ahead and make the intelligence check, and I'll see how much more you can get off of this.
Okay.
Or investigation check.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Okay.
29, baby.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
29 is the total.
All right then.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Elena wants to meet her dream.
You do though. She really
she wants
do.
to be the very best, like no one ever was.
No one ever was. No one ever was this best. So you
This best.
at this point, you narrowed it down to you know that you've gotten it between 250 and 300 pixies in that jar. Make one more check. One more investigation check.
Mine. You hear Allie going,
Oh, Elena!
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 That would be a 24.
Very nice. Okay. You have gotten it down. There are between 270 and 280 pixies in this jar.
Ooh.
Now it's time to make your guess.
10% chance.
You've gotten it down to a 10% chance. My God.
Yep.
My gods, indeed.
Okay. I think that there are
Between 270 and 280. That's where you've gotten it narrowed down to.
272.
My dear, that is as close as anyone has gotten all day.
Is it 275?
If I had let you roll with advantage, you still would have been wrong. However,
Okay.
Wow!
you were closer on your second roll. So,
Oh, okay.
to be so close, to be so accurate, to be one so as astute as leveling the playing field and removing my distractions, please take this as one of our humble consolation prizes, and he pulls out a stuffed displacer beast.
Oh.
That's adorable. We love them.
It looks like this.
And you may meet Tasha yet. Good child, you may meet Tasha yet. And he hands Elena the displacer beast, the stuffed displacer beast, and everything.
She just holds it and looks just kind of looks very neutral and says thank you, and we'll turn around and is trying to very, very heavily swallow the massive disappointment that she has right now.
Sending more air her way.
With that near win that Elena got,
So close.
I'm going to give one advantage to the rest of the party. The rest of the party can choose to use one advantage on one of their rolls on the skill games.
Babs, what do you have?
Okay.
I just want y'all to know, my darling husband just brought me a mimosa. He offered me any drink of choice because he got this.
Outstanding!
That is a large
That is
mug.
very
That's
African.
There's only like
and-
this, like the mimosa only goes
I
this
was gonna
high.
say that's amazing.
You need to call him back in and let him know you need more Mosa.
Yeah, I also
Like,
need
much
that
more.
mug. I need that mug.
I also
like,
need that mug.
ASAP.
All right, well,
Big in my
fantastic.
face.
You look like a little... It's like they come in pints. Like
Another!
Torb doing? Because Torb has a grin on his face, and I'm very curious.
Well, I'm just enjoying this, but I think what Torb would like to do is try his luck with the bronze dragon, and he just kind of tells everybody like, hey, that's what I want to do.
Do it.
Oh, man.
Do it.
You're braver than me.
All right.
But good
So
luck.
so you choose to take on Sobis Baynor, do you? And so this Dragonborn stands up, and he's extremely tall, extremely wide, nothing but muscle, and it's just very much you can see scars from like years of combat on the Dragonborn. And he puts his hands on his hips and he leans down a little bit and he goes, just so you know, I only wrestle if you can arm wrestle. If you can't beat me in an arm wrestle, how can you beat me in a wrestling match? So, to make sure I don't hurt anyone today, this will start with an arm wrestle. And so he goes over to the side, hauls like several barrels over and sets them down, sits down on one and puts his arm up, ready to arm wrestle you in the middle.
So, he was talking about beating people up, but he was also painting something, right?
He was painting a giant Easter egg.
Can I make a how do I want to do this? I guess what I want to do is ultimately just go like, hey, if we could just get this part out of the way, you can actually just go back to painting, which is the thing that you're clearly enjoying. So the way that I would like to use this persuasion, since I just got a bundle of markers back, is to take a look at the Easter egg and see if there is something I can tastefully add to it.
What you see being painted on the Easter egg, there's a group of people, a group of adventurers on the Easter egg, and they're holding hands. Look like there's a halfling, there's an elf, there's a human, there's a tiefling on it, there is a half elf. They're all holding hands. There's the Dragonborn. Sobis is on there himself. They're all holding hands, and a big dragon is giving them all a hug. Like a big silver dragon is hugging all of them. And that like he's still working on the dragon that's hugging them. That's what you see currently in progress on this giant Easter egg.
Okay, so what do I want to do here?
Because this is not what I anticipated anyone doing, but if you roleplay this real nice, I want to reward that.
I mean,
Real nice.
I'm honestly just kind of awful for this sort of thing, and I don't apologize.
No,
So
go for it,
what
go
I would
for it.
like to
Do it.
Go ahead.
kind of look at the egg and look at him arm wrestling and go, I mean, sure, we could, but I think you would rather be over here working on the art that you're working on.
I mean, that's true, but I've got a job.
Well, here's the thing. They told you that you had a job to do. Is your job beating people at arm wrestling specifically out here? Or can it be any challenge you want?
I suppose it was a test of strength, so how strong are your legs?
Well, my strength lies in being charming and, on occasion, dabbling in drawing things. I just pull out the whole wad of markers that I got earlier.
The Dragonborn's eyes get real big, and
What was Soba's drawing with?
he had like what looks like a bundle of like animal hair, like cut from a horse's tail or something, and he was just like dipping in pots of paint next to him.
So like the strokes are really big, right?
It's real big, crude drawing. It definitely looks like, you know, kindergarten art hour over there.
So here is a thing. He's drawing a big silver dragon. Is that actually like the color silver?
He's like trying to like smush grays and blues on there to try to make a silver effect. It's coming across to where you know what kind of dragon he's making, and since the egg is more of like a yellowish brown color, he's actually being able to like show like some of the lighter the whites and everything, and making it look all right.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is just say, well, there are a lot of colors here. How about this one? I just hand him a gray pen.
As you hold your hand out, he grabs the pen and your hand together and pulls your arm to the table and goes, "Make this look good, and we'll be good."
I think we can do that. Do you want me to make it look special? I have things for that.
Do I not look special?
Me? We're doing like a whole group thing.
Oh, all right.
I mean, listen, I'm like clearly like not covered in really cool bronze looking scales, so I don't want to make this boring, you know what I mean?
Oh, it was fine. I was born with these. I didn't own these at all.
They're pretty cool though, gotta say. Anyway, right, gotta do the thing. How
All right.
do I do this?
3, 2, 5, start! And as you do, you can tell he's not exerting any effort, but he is yelling and like, yeah, and like making all the straining noises and everything. And then you just like see his arm feign downward. No again! No! Ah! And he pulls, as he pulls pulls his hand back, he lets your hand go, but he keeps the marker, and he pulls his hand back and, you have won against the arm wrestle. Now, how good is your grappling? And he puts his hand, like he stows the marker in his belt and puts his hands up. So he's gotten you past the first stage of his challenge. That marker brought you past stage 1.
I am just like, okay, so, do I want to tell him the thing, or do I want to wait to tell him the thing? But he seems very interested in markers.
The most interested in craft supplies.
Okay, so then I guess I just make like a kind of a somewhat dramatic production, because like I'm like in a bit of plate. There's gonna be like a lot to grapple in this. So while I'm removing things, the last thing I put on the table is the rest of the markers. And I don't say anything. I just kind of nonchalantly place them there and just walk to a space that looks like grappling would happen.
His eyes get real big. And as he looks at those, he like his eyes dart to them, and they dart back to you, and they dart back to the markers and dart back to you.
Like there is like an award-winning smile at this point from me.
I'm actually gonna make an insight check for him to see if he's picking up what you're putting down, or if he's gonna need some confirmation here. Oh yeah, he picked up what you're putting down. He's got a -1, but he rolled a 15, so he gets good enough.
I mean, he's into it.
He's into it. You're telling him what he wants to hear in the first place, so confirmation bias is gonna win whether you mean it or not. So he's looking at you, and he looks at those, and he goes, "So do you have?" And he winks twice. "What it takes?"
I think I might.
And
How about you, Sir Dragon?
At that, he lunges at you.
Amazing.
And grips you in this hug, and it's very clear from the force of this hug, oh wow, this is not someone who you should play around with if you're not sturdy. He gives you this biggest hug and like lifts you up into what seems to be like a suplex or whatever, and as he has you up in the air, he goes, "All right, now reverse it," like he's whispering. "All right, now reverse it. Go ahead."
Okay. So do I just do that, or do I need to roll a check for that?
Just do it. Do what you would reverse that. Like, you just got picked up. I'm gonna say he left your arms free when he picked you up in almost a suplex move.
Okay. So basically, if he was gonna pick me up in almost a suplex move, I would like straighten my body out and just drop my weight straight to the floor.
All right, and when you do,
I need that gift immediately. Immediately.
when you do, he makes a move to like go and grab you off the floor, and as he does like a Charlie Chaplin tumble over you, lands flat on his back, and then you just see his claw like do this, calling you over, and Curtis is looking at you guys real hard right now. So you're gonna. He's picking up that something is amiss and there's some cheating going on in his game, and he's not the one doing it.
Callista
Okay,
would like to go over to Curtis.
Can I also? Do I notice Curtis looking over at me?
You do. So you're gonna have to make a performance check for this last bit.
Can I make a
advantage?
performance, or can I make a intimidation check?
Ooh.
Either or, player's choice, because Curtis is not above being intimidated into silence.
I was also gonna say if advantage, because Allie would totally just send a gust of wind over to Curtis to knock him over. So
You know something? I will roll that twice.
All right, roll a performance check.
That's
the intimidation check. Ow! Well,
it's the
there
big
is just
show.
like, so what Curtis would see is one of those like dramatic anime things. There is a large looming like purple shadow with a black outline, and it's just one of those mind your business. Like if this were an anime, it would be the scene where they're the same size, and the shadow would get really big and Curtis would get really small.
yo, I know you can't see this right now, Sin, but as you did that motion, like your wings came up with you and just pulled it.
Perfect. Amazing.
All right, so yeah, like Curtis sees something hinky going on, and he thinks that Sobis might be throwing the match, but then he sees like your stand back, and he's like, "Oh, okay. So, how do you pin the Dragonborn?"
Okay. Then I'm just going to say, I'm going to do a thing. It's only going to hurt a little bit, but it's going to look really cool.
Cool is good.
Okay.
He's just like, "All right, cool is good. Cool is good. That's all right."
Okay. So I go to like he's lying on the ground. So we're just going to imagine this being like a whole MMA thing where I have somehow managed to climb on top of him. And what I decide to do is end this with a really dramatic punch, but I hold this fist up in the air for a while. And when I do that, I do like a whole like dramatic wind up thing, and I use divine favor. So you see like this crackling purple lightning that when I touch him, like appears in a shower of sparks. It does like D4 damage though.
Okay. He actually like 1d4 of damage on this dude. He actually like giggles a little bit, like, and then like and it sounds really weird coming out of this Dragonborn. This like weird giggle because he's been talking like this the whole time. And all of a sudden you hear, and as he does, he has this moment of awareness of, oh, it's not supposed to feel good, and I'm done. And he has his head falls to the side, and there's a pause, and then he picks his head back up. That hurt so much. Thank you, bye. And Curtis sure enough, you went and did it. You bested the wrestler. Well,
The wrestler.
dear friends, looks like you get your wish today. If you would follow me, we can go for a behind-the-scenes tour where Tasha may be waiting. And as he does this, he walks over to the set of curtains that are like the ring of the tent that you were in for the wrestling match. All the curtains are kind of overlapping, and he pulls up one of the edges of one of the spots where they overlap. And as he does, you see like this inky, nebulous blackness out between the gap he just made, and you hear gurgling, double-voiced words coming out. Any of you guys know deep speech?
Finn, I also sent you a thing.
Okay.
Actually, let me see. I do not.
Make that roll, Allie. Make the roll.
Sure.
Make the roll and make a wisdom roll. There's gonna be two
Okay.
checks.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
And as all that gurgling noise happens, and then you see like one big tentacle rise up out of it, and right before the tentacle actually breaches between the curtains, Curtis goes, whoop, wrong one. Sorry about that. Sometimes we get these mixed up. Stuart, I'm gonna kill him.
Comprehend languages, by the way, just so like I wanted to catch the last of it, whatever gurgling it was, and then have that up for an hour so I can know everything. I want to intake every piece of information. Every piece of information I want it in my brain.
Okay, the last few words you heard in deep speech were "grab him, we have him at last."
Oh shit!
It like is walking and it's excited and it's just like muttering and casting the spell and then just stops. And like looking around and then just kind of like slowly and then quickly catches up with everyone else.
Right.
And so he walks Curtis walks a few paces onward. Stuart, I swear I'm gonna kill that boy one day. And he pulls up one of the other ones, and now you see this warehouse. It looks like there's this warehouse beyond the curtain fold he lifted up. You see crates, barrels, store boxes, sealed iron chests, lots of things stacked up everywhere. A couple of the barrels are actually turned over and overflowing with coins from several different realms and regions. Allie, you succeed on what you're trying to do. I'll let you decide whether or not you reveal that in game
with
or not.
the blink dog all of a sudden. Just looking very happy.
And in the background, the Aarakocra is sitting on the ground in the pen, and he's going, "When you disappear, you're supposed to reappear. You're cheating."
Every now and then you see Allie's hand move, and instead you see this little stuffed animal of a dog moving with the wind, and she's just kind of subtly moving it around.
That's amazing.
Love it.
Well done.
No.
Well, Curtis, however, is not paying much attention to the blink dog shenanigans because he is gesturing you guys forward, and he says, "Right this way, dear hearts, after you," and motions to follow through the curtain and into the warehouse space that he's lifted up.
Right before we do that, I'll walk over to Elena. Okay, so clearly this is like a big deal. Are you okay? Do you need a drink of water? Are you hungry? Do you need like anything? Is anyone else like anything? Food, water before we go in?
Elena, do you need to practice talking to Tasha first?
No, I think I'm okay. I think it'll be fine. I think it's okay. And she's just kind of like like nervously, not subtly at all, like eyeing over to this this carnival person who's guiding them around, and it's just like, it's fine, everything is fine.
I think the big thing is just to remember that Tasha is just, a regular person like the rest of us. And just approach it that way, and she'll send more cool air Elena's way. Do you want to pet the dog? Would that help?
Weird.
Don't ask questions. I have it.
Okay. I think I'm fine. I'm fine. Are you fine? I think we should.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's just go.
Can I do an insight on Elena to see if this is general things, or because there was definitely a shift since we were outside the warehouse to now we're inside. Can I do an insight to see if perhaps it's just nerves from meeting Tasha and oh my gosh, this is going to be a reality, or perhaps something else going on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because they've been chatting for a while, so I'm assuming Allie would have picked up on, hey, there's something wrong. No, she just thinks she's very nervous about it.
All right. There's nothing
Not
more
a
than
lie. I am very nervous, but for different reasons.
What you see is what you get, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a 1. So yeah.
Oh no!
There it is.
No.
There's nothing else going on with Elena. She's fine. Why are you asking?
Yeah, she's just fine.
Just gonna meet her hero. It's fine.
All right, so Curtis gives a little bow and gestures into the opening. Holding open in the curtains.
As we start walking, you know what's funny, Allie? Like, I actually only found out that I'm a people 2 years ago. So so what you just said super resonates with me. So I just wanted you to know.
I think
You
it's
are
just
a
something
people.
that's-
You are a people blurg.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Calista was the person that told me that.
Oh yes, I was.
I think it just makes things less scary, honestly, if you approach it like that. The same with monsters. They're just your average monster. They have
That's
their
what's
own
weird.
reasoning.
Monsters don't scare me. People scare me.
That's a whole mood.
People
Like
are.
that tentacle thing earlier, not a big deal.
I mean, a lot of people at once can just be a little overwhelming. So I get it.
Totally. In confined
Sure.
spaces.
Elena, you stop moving. And she's just kind of pushing.
Amazing.
I stumble
Okay,
through.
so I'm guessing you guys are actually moving through the curtain and into the warehouse.
Yeah.
All right, as you enter this warehouse space, it looks like just the most stacks of risers everywhere, but there are things pouring out of some of the containers, and some of the containers are locked up tight. You think you heard that chest whisper as you walk past it. You actually see an entire barrel with the lid cracked open, and there's a bunch of VHS tapes in there for some reason. Why? I don't know. And you don't know what those are. Players will
Strange
see them as
things.
VHS tapes. You're walking through here, and you see one of these chests is open, has a bunch of coins inside. Others seem to be like cages that have live animals in them. And so you're seeing a few things here and there. And as you're walking through, Curtis will turn back to you and he'll say, "My apologies, dears, but we are needing to go through one of my further portals at the back, and I do not tend to put those in the main thoroughfare. Tasha needs her privacy, you see." And as you walk by more of a clearing among the clutter, you see there is a small gnome who is riding on a bicycle. And the bicycle is spinning this little, as he is riding the stationary bike and pedaling as hard as he can, it is turning these gears and spinning this little gyro thing that has a small emerald inside of it. And as the gyroscope spins around it, there's little sparks of lightning coming from the edge of the gyroscope. But as the gnome is pedaling, it's spinning and keeping it moving. And as you guys walk past, Curtis goes, "Oh yes, Stuart, we need to talk to you about the labeling of the curtains. We really need to get that ironed out, pun intended, later." And as he says this,
Elena, as an aside, as we're walking past this, with everything that is happening, is going to instinctually cast Mage Armor because she is nervous as hell and is very scared of getting hurt, period. And so it's just like kind of whispering to herself and like looking like she's fidgeting, and then there's just like this very, very brief like shimmer of like pale blue energy over her, and she's just like fiddling with like the necklace around her neck and everything as she's looking around.
All right, and as you are all doing that, Curtis is looking over one shoulder to talk to Stuart, and as he does, he kicks a tiny, like, looks like a shoebox, and as it falls open, this black ink spreads across the majority of the floor.
Uh-oh.
Everyone make a dex check.
Okay.
Oh, this is my specialty.
Dex
Save.
Yeah, dex save, dex save.
Great.
3-1.
28.
Dang it.
I am
11.
especially dexterous.
Mm-hmm.
An 8.
So I saw a low roll of an 8. Was there a lower than 8?
I got an 11, so it was close.
Okay.
I
All right, well,
11.
anyone who rolled over a 10, since this was kind of a silly mishap by Curtis in the first place, you catch yourself before you go just, scatter across the floor. So you kind of end up, being able to catch yourself with your hands as you slip, and you do that weird I'm on an ice rink, but I'm not wearing skates kind of deal. However, Callista, so affronted at the mess that this is going to make on your boots, tried to step back, and as you do, you knock yourself, or you fall back into Stuart, who falls off of his bike, and the gyroscope stops spinning. The sparks stop. The emerald falls to the floor and shatters.
Can I catch it with Mage Hand?
Ooh, that's gonna be. You already just failed a dex save, so you're trying to do this on your way down.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you try to save it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Can I even it out because I can cast levitate from far? So seeing this and being observant, would I have picked up on it or not?
I'm going to say, if you want to roll, because you're trying to react to this really fast. So if you want to roll for levitate at disadvantage first,
Sure.
if you succeed, I will negate the disadvantage on Callista
All right, no pressure.
to catch it with her mage hand.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Nope.
That's a fail.
I had a 19 and a 2, so.
Okay. All right, Callista, if you can make a dex save with your mage hand at disadvantage. Let's hope your dex save is better than the first.
Oh, come on.
Let's find out.
FAFO.
Oh, oh no.
That was an 8.
That was an 8.
Oh,
See,
man, that was a
see-
14, and then it changed. Dang it.
Oh.
At disadvantage, so
Damn.
8's not gonna. So you try, like, the mage hand like leaves your hand as you cast, and kind of like knocks the emerald to the side, but it still hits the ground.
Dang it.
And shatters into pieces. And as it does, you see it shudder for a moment, come back together, and blink out of existence.
What was that?
Link Dog, did you do it?
Did something break?
And that's when Curtis looks and goes, "Oh no. No, I don't need this today. Friends, I need your help." And he like walks over to Stuart and picks him up by the collar.
What just happened?
That's not nice.
Your clumsiness gonna be the death of me. Your clumsiness gonna be the death of me. If you weren't my third cousin's roommate's son, I would not have hired you. However, he turns back to the group and he says, "That That jewel went by many names. I just like to call it the green binder because it is exactly what is keeping this whole carnival together.
Uh-oh.
I cannot move the carnival. I cannot open any of the portals connected to the carnival. I'm going to be losing money on this in a moment from folks that can't get in and cannot have their tickets redeemed. Most importantly, however, we cannot get to Tasha. We cannot pass the portal to Tasha without that. However, Tasha will be quite cross with me when she finds out that I lost it. So this is a matter of some importance. That emerald is set to return to its master if it is ever compromised at all. Keeping it together, keeping it safe was the only thing keeping this this convention together, and the only thing keeping it getting back from its master's hands. Now it has returned home, and Tasha, the one who stole it in the first place, I assure you, will want it back. She'll get it back herself, but that's going to come with some punishments on my part, the safekeeper. I do have one more trick to get it back, but I will need your help.
I have 2 points I want to make. 2 things. First of all, 1.
Cobalt has the floor.
As someone that has been picked up by the scruff of their neck before, I do not appreciate what you just did just now, and I think you owe them an apology, first of all. Second of all, 10,000 gold.
To add on, I get to keep Blink Dog, and you have to make sure that Elena meets Tasha and perhaps goes and has tea.
I have a question. I have a mechanical question.
Go for it.
I have a practical question.
You go, Torb. You go first.
So, practical question. I take it that this also means that the people who are here can't leave?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you will leave eventually. Where you're going to be sent back to is anyone's guess, because I can no longer control the portals.
Oh, Callista's fine with that. She's experienced a lot of that all the time.
And Callista,
Elena-
Callista will walk up to Curtis and just kind of like put her hand on Curtis's shoulder, and she will be like, Curtis, I'm so sorry. It is my fault that Stuart fell off the bike, and it is all my fault. But we would love to help you out, and I feel like it's fair to what my companions are asking for, to be able to help. And she's wearing the perfume of bewitching, which gives her advantage on charisma checks.
Allie was about to give you a talking to of why you apologizing for something you did not do. It was not your fault.
Make that check.
Elena wanted, with everything that she knew while this check is happening, Elena wanted to do an insight check on all of the things that he was saying to see if
is it a
he was trying to BS them.
Okay, go ahead and make that insight check. Make that insight roll.
Do I need to make a persuasion check or just straight charisma?
Make it persuasion. Yeah, I'll give you the persuasion.
Take that, voters.
Persuasion. Come on.
And you're doing this at Addie with the perfume, right?
Yes. 15.
15 is good enough for him to agree to what's going on. He will say, I do appreciate you taking responsibility for the collateral damage.
It
And in
is.
order
I
of
saw the
request-
stuff. I tripped. I fell into Stuart. It's
In order of the requests, as long as Tasha is not angry at me and we can complete this, yes, of course, we will 100% meet Tasha. The Blink Dog does not belong to me or anyone at the carnival. It just happened to be playing in the field and I put a pin around it. So, as long as they are happy to be with you, I won't be able to say different. 10,000 gold it is.
And coffee for Elena and Tasha.
Tasha is never sitting down to meet anyone without beverages. So I'm certain that Tasha will provide, but I will make sure to make a coffee run if there are refreshments needed at the happy meeting.
I got an 18 insight.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Most of what he's saying is true.
Dang it! I hate that. Most
Most of what he's saying is true. Tasha's definitely going to be angry with him.
Great.
That is not a lie.
Great.
He does need to get this back from its owner.
Okay.
The nature of what the emerald actually does is probably close to what he's saying.
Okay. Meaning he might not fully understand what it is.
He might not fully understand what it is, and he's trying to say that he understands it.
Cool.
And so that's, and as far as who is the rightful owner is also up in the air.
Okay. Well, that's less nefarious than I thought, so that's great. Now Elena can fully panic.
Yeah. That was the question I was going to ask was, do you happen to know who the owner for this item is?
Oh, of course I do. She would not leave it in my care without, Tasha would not leave this in my care without reminding me who I need to keep it out of the hands of. Tasha was unable to break the enchantment that returns it to its master. However, she wanted to keep it out of the hands of its master. So I can send you to him quickly if I just... And he starts like rummaging through.
How can you send us anywhere if the thing that makes us able to portal away
That's a
is
good point.
broken?
There are more than one ways to make a portal, and there are more hands that move the universe than Bigby's. So we can find a different means and method if I can just locate. And he starts pulling out things off of shelves and everything. And he reaches for one particular crate, and as he tries to pull it off the shelf and it clatters to the floor, you see these bits of paper go flying everywhere, and sorry, I have to find out what just happened. And a berserker appears. A berserker materializes. It is just a very large looking human being with furs on, enraged, battle axe, raises it above his head and just screams at you.
Callista immediately just and casts immolation on it.
Wow! That's a big spell. I almost prepared that spell.
He needs to make a dex check.
Oh no.
No, he doesn't. The spell goes straight through him and just engulfs in flame two of the barrels that were behind him.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, so technically
Callista stuff.
technically the wording of the spell is
Is
flames wreath one creature you can see within range.
Oh, I see. Well, then the flames, the flames that you send at him, then just kind of threaten to catch on the barrels behind it, but then kind of fizzle out as Curtis runs over. Whoa! The merchandise is delicate, and he starts picking up the pieces of paper off the floor. That was a deck of illusions. And so he picks it up and starts putting it back together. Now mind yourself,
Well, Curtis, dear, you need to be more careful.
I have been told that my entire life. However, careful does not profit nearly in the margin as risk. And then he finally, he pops the latch of the crate he was looking in for. He reaches in and he pulls out a cube, and it's a glowing, looks like it's made out of bronze, but there's this yellow glow coming from the center of it as it twists and rearranges itself. The only face that's not moving is the one the bottom, the one he's holding it by. And he says, all right, see, I cannot use this frequently. It does attract a bit of attention when I do. However, I do know where the owner can be found. And if you could find your way to the emerald and back, hopefully before he realizes it's home, we can get this sorted quickly. And Curtis is watching the faces shift on this cube, and finally one face is closest to him that he recognizes. He goes, there we are. He reaches his hand in the cube, makes a fist in the center of it. It stops moving. When he pulls his hand back out, there we are. When he pulls his hand back out, he yells, "Show me friend lock!" And when he releases it, a portal appears. And the portal is bending reality around it. The ones that brought you here were one thing. This one is something completely different. You know you're looking into a different plane of existence. You're looking into a different realm entirely. But what you see is a dark, starry night over a bog, a swamp. And you see a light in the distance bobbing back and forth. And Curtis peers into it and goes, let me see. Ah, yes, we have found a winner. Just on the other side of this portal is the House of Friendlock.
Can I make a
Now, Friendlock is a powerful magic user and collector of many things, a bit of an aristocratic type. Yes.
Can I make an Arcana check?
You can make an Arcana check.
On the name?
On the name Friendlock to see if you are familiar with those magic users.
18!
As I am a practitioner of magics.
Absolutely, both of you go for it.
Magics.
Magics! That's all I do, that's my thing! 11, though.
11.
All right,
18.
you've heard of Friendlock, Elena. Callista, you know that Friendlock is specifically a sorcerer. He is a sorcerer that likes to collect magical things. And being from a long line of well-to-do and quote-unquote well-bred members of the magic community, there's a lot to inherit and there's a lot to collect. He's one of these types. So Curtis says, just beyond this portal is the home of Friendlock. Now, if you can, find entrance into his abode and take back the emerald, which I believe he has set to return to his desk, then you may very well make it back here before he even knows you're around. Now, we still are agreed on the price. Dog, Tasha, 10,000, and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Then by all means, let us away. And Curtis will go ahead and step through the portal first.
All right.
Oh, he's going with us.
Yep.
At least he's got some ownership. By the way, Callista, totally missed that. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm very reactionary.
I know. And it's great.
It's amazing. Well, I'm good. Are we all going?
Allison, you might want to hide the blink dog.
By the way, now that he's gone, can I just tell y'all, I was totally kidding about the gold stuff, but now, like, I guess.
Blurg.
Yeah.
Blurg.
Yeah.
Admire your surroundings. Wait, we said Curtis was going with us, right?
Curtis went through.
Step through.
He went through.
Yeah, he went through already.
Yeah.
If no one else has stepped through, then Curtis.
Oh,
will
okay.
step
I thought
through.
Blurg was saying this with like Curtis like right beside us.
No. No.
You see
No.
Curtis on the other side of the portal. He's already like taking scope of the. You can see him, but he's on the other side. He's taking scope of what's going on around them.
Allie will stuff her
I
gently
will
new
go
blink
just
dog
step
into,
right through.
into the persons and step through.
And
follow.
Callista will step through as well.
Blurg will do it. Elena?
Got
And
it.
on the other side, you guys see that bobbing light in the distance. That's a house, and it's moving down the river, or it's moving down the swamp. It's moving towards you. And as your eyes adjust, as you take scope of your surroundings, you're in very much wetlands, and you see that house is riding on the back of a gargantuan alligator.
Ooh.
And it's just kind of trundling along through the swamp. The water, based on if you know anything about alligators and can say, all right, I know how tall a regular alligator might be, so if this one's this big, if I scale that up, the water's only deep enough to reach about to the halfway point between the alligator. It's not swimming, it's walking on the bottom of this, the water as it goes through. And there's patches of land. You're just kind of spotted with marshland. And a bigger area of water, more half river, half stagnant, is going through the center of the area that you just landed in.
So are we landed in water, or we landed on?
You landed on terra firma, but terra squishy.
Terra squash.
Terra squash. These are the moist lands. So
No.
there we go.
There it is.
I love
There
it.
Apologizing.
Great.
Not
I
apologizing.
love it. Listen, I'm here for it.
Worse since
And-
you knew that.
Always know your players.
No.
Anyways, that's when Curtis will gesture and he goes, "Upon yon reptilian you will find the residence, domicile, and current resting place of the emerald that we seek."
That's the biggest kobold I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
I didn't know he came in that size.
I don't think that's a kobold, Blurg.
It's not?
No.
Actually, you know what? That would make more sense.
Yeah, I probably maybe a close relation, but not a kobold.
At least not currently. I do know that Friendlock is keen on polymorph, so I do not know if he found or created that creature from some
Sounds
other
interesting.
creature who he found.
Curtis,
Yes.
do you happen to know where in his abode his desk is?
I do believe it is on the top floor. He does not like to keep it where the general public could reach.
So
We just have to get it and get out, right?
So like that little area up there?
Oh, that would be the one.
Okay. Is it within distance where I can dimension door up there?
I was about to ask that exact same question.
Not quite. Dimension Doors has a range of how much?
500 feet.
500
feet.
500 feet. The gator is making its way towards you. If you can make it to the far, if you guys all walk together to the far bank from where you're currently standing, it will put you in just Dimension Door distance
Cool.
of the top
Excellent.
floor.
Callista will start making her way that way.
Make it away.
However, I do have to make sure that all things are well and accounted for. So this is where I must leave you for the moment, and that's when Curtis will point to a tattoo that is on his forearm of a skull with coins falling out of the mouth, and as he does, the coins shimmer, fly off of his skin, and in a flash, he's gone.
Well, I guess we need to retract your statement, Blurg.
Yep.
All right, well,
Okay.
I guess we need to start getting ready.
As soon as Callista is within range, she's gonna dimension door up to the top floor.
As soon as I see Callista do that, I also want to get in range and say, Blurg, we're gonna kill you. Want to come with me?
Yeah, let's go.
I can take someone of my size.
Yep.
Which
Okay.
Blurg qualifies.
Yes.
Callista, would you mind if I come along with you?
Sure. Do you... Are you asking me to take you along, or do you also have dimension door?
I'm asking you to take me along.
Oh,
My
okay.
type of magic is a little bit different from yours.
Got it. Allison,
Yeah, I'll just stay here with Scruffy.
can the blink dog help you?
No.
Oh.
Blink dogs unfortunately cannot teleport other creatures with them.
Nope.
Wait, Allie, do you want to be something that flies?
Sure.
Okay, I cast polymorph on Allie and turn them into an eagle.
Yeah!
Yay!
Problem solved.
Yay!
And then I'll dimension door after that.
As
See you there!
As Allie turns into an eagle, and the two pairs of dimension door farers dimension door their way up to the second floor of the house that you see on the back of this gator. The blink pup.
He's on my back in eagle form.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay. Then the blink pup is just like having his best day. Just tongue is like hanging out, and just like wagging.
This is the
he's
best
having
drive ever!
The best time. This is the best car ride he's ever had.
Ever.
And you guys land on the deck, the patio, the balcony. There you go. That's the word. I can find words in my brain. Of the house. Now the house has more of a gentle sway once you're on it than rocking with the walking of the alligator. It's more like being on a cruise ship than like being thrown back and forth the whole time. And as you do, there is a door in front of you that seems like it leads to a one-room chamber, and you see bright light or bright-ish yellow light inside from some gas lamps and a bookshelves and a desk in the center. Bookshelves around the wall and a desk in the center.
How far away is the desk?
The desk seems, about 10 feet into the room from the door. You guys are standing at about 5 to 10 feet from the door where you landed.
Can I cast
So it's
Mage
about
Hand?
20 feet.
Is the gem on the desk? Can we see the gem?
You can't see the gem from where you're standing. Would you like to approach the door, or would you like to change your angle to the door?
Can I check for traps, please?
All right, make that check.
All right. 22.
So is this just a investigation check?
Yes.
Okay. You see a small shimmering circle in front of the doorway.
Okay.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh no.
No, sir.
Oh, no joke. Not 20.
Yay!
Plus
You
2.
100% recognize this as a glyph of warding.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a glyph of warding on the floor right in front of the doorway.
All
Makes
right.
sense.
So about little, and she'll kind of let everyone know. Hey, before we go rushing in, because listen, this person's magical. They probably got wards up and stuff. I can already tell that there is a trap right here. So.
Oh, I can help. I can help with that. I can help. Unless.
No, I can't do it. So.
I'll
I
just gesture
can't
to
either.
anyone else.
Nope.
You're up!
Torb,
Torb,
do you have an
do you-
idea?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'm gonna cast.
No thoughts, just cute.
That's good.
I'm gonna cast
Quiet,
Dispel
quiet.
Magic.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Dispel magic?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you see now all of you can see the shimmering of the magic circle on the floor in front of the door. It
man.
gives a slight pop, and then just a puff of smoke. It's gone.
Hey, let's
How
go.
did I miss that? Nicely done.
Good job, Elena.
Oh, good job, Allie, for seeing it.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
Nah, just
That would've
thought,
been bad.
hey, if
Would've been bad.
I'm trying to keep track of a gem and not wanting it to be taken, I would put a couple traps. in
Look at
place.
y'all. Team Double A.
Hey. Call A&A when you need it. Or is it triple A? I don't know. Listen.
It is Triple
Different.
A.
Jordan knows. Allie has no idea.
We may want to hurry before the owner returns at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Torb,
They may
you're
be
right.
aware that their trap has been disabled.
Oh, that's a good
right.
point.
Uh-oh. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll just move
Time
quickly.
crunch.
Oh man, the passive perception is so high. I have to be fair with it. You hear purring as you approach the door, because if you're looking to get a better angle on the door once the spell is, the trap is dispelled, you hear purring.
Okay. Allie will slowly open the door. Very carefully.
I mean, the
Where's
door was
the
open.
purring?
It was.
No, it's open. Okay.
Where's
yeah,
the purring
it was
coming
just
from?
an open door to the night air at that moment.
Oh, where's the purring coming from?
The purring seems like it's coming from inside the room, but you guys, from your angle of the doorway, you cannot see the purrer.
All right.
Interesting.
Well, I suppose
Should
if
we-
anybody's going to go in there, it's going to have to be me. So stay tuned. I'm going to take the first step into the room and have a look around.
Okay. As you have a look around, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation, you say?
Investigation would be
Pain. That is a 13.
okay. 13.
Nice.
For the briefest moment, you do see in one of those like Fabergé egg holders the emerald on the desk, but then you catch out of the corner of your eye a displacer beast who is purring on just the biggest cat bed on next to the door, and that's what you see.
Baby.
Has it perceived me? Does it notice me?
It gives you no indication. It just kind of sits there purring.
Okay. So, I don't know how far away everyone is, but
Allie's
be
probably
right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so there is a displacer beast in this room.
Oh.
Oh, goody.
Okay. It has not moved. I do not know if it has noticed us yet. Please move cautiously.
Okay.
And I am going to kind of move far enough into the room for people to walk around me. And I would like to prepare an action to defend people, to defend someone if it decides to attack.
Absolutely.
Allie is gonna stealth into the room and
Blurg will join you in that.
start looking.
Roll
for
that
the
stealth,
desk.
both Allie and Blur.
Well, that's fantastic. That is a 24.
That would have
Okay.
been bad, but thank God for the plus 13 because I rolled a 7, so it's
Jeez.
Very 20.
You both enter the room, and the kitty stays snoring and purring.
All right. Do we see the desk in any area as we're kind of moving about?
If you're moving that slow into the room, you've got enough time to take in the room as it stands. You see the desk, you see paper strewn across it, and you see this holder with the emerald in it.
Okay. Allie will again stealthily move over towards the desk. And as she approaches, she's gonna check for traps again.
I'll join you in that as well this time.
Okay, so roll that with advantage if you are getting help from Blurg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, whoever wants to roll it can roll it, but roll with advantage if you're helping each other.
That is gonna be
Go for it.
for checking for traps. That's gonna be a 24.
Okay. You notice that there seems to be, like, in the center of the stand holding the emerald, there is a pressure pin.
Oh. Blurg, we got another trap here.
This one, however, seems to be mundane in nature and not magical.
Okay.
I think I might be able to help with this.
Okay.
I say much lower than I
Yeah.
literally just did.
We're whispering right now.
Stage whispering. Yeah, I will attempt to disable it.
All right, roll
have
for that
pistols.
disable.
Nice. It's a 23
Woo!
Excellent.
on my team.
Yeah, good
as
too,
you-
Blurg.
As you reach to pull the pressure pin out, you slide it to the side, and instead of where it would like have just fallen into its trigger, you slide it to the side, and the emerald shifts down a little and sits a little lower in the stand, and that's when you notice that pressure pin was connected to a whole beam, a whole bar that was like bored into the desk. So that bar leads somewhere else, wherever this trap would be triggered. You don't know, but something bad would have happened.
I'll just
And
start
the
whispering.
emerald just settles into the holder a little bit deeper.
Okay. I just say, kind of whisper to myself, not this dungeon coach's first rodeo. And
Is that
he'll
okay if I grab it?
go for it.
Okay. And she'll quickly.
You've got the emerald.
Okay.
You Indiana Jones'd it.
And then like
Alright. And we'll stealth out of the room.
All right, roll for stealth to get out of the room. Now you're
Here we
hyped.
Yeah.
All three of you, Torben's included. Roll to stealth to get out of this room.
All right. Dirty 20.
29.
Jeez.
Jesus.
All right. I will roll a stealth, but I have to inform the good people.
Oh no.
I am not a stealthy character.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yes.
Okay.
Love it.
I'm very happy for you.
We've been looking for an interesting fail. But what did you do?
No, but it's not this one.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Well, hold on.
I missed it. I had the wrong
wait, do
windows
I need
open.
to?
It's 22.
Wait, hold
my-
on.
That's 22, my friend.
I need to do. Y'all don't want to. Y'all don't want to answer to this, but I'm gonna have to roll that. Like, I have to roll that twice.
Disadvantage.
Oh, because your armor gives you disadvantage.
Literally
Look at that! Hope!
Literally half.
Okay, so we got an 11 on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Fuck me. Here we go.
That's when you hear.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Can I cast as soon as I see this
like-
happening? Can I? Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I was
held action
going
too.
to say, so like I have a held action in case it attacks somebody.
Mhm.
The action that I want to use, if it goes to attack anyone, is I want to cast darkness.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
You can? Okay, that would be magical darkness. Okay, yeah, okay. I was about to
I'm just
say
going
this.
to-
I mean, displacer beasts do have dark vision, but if you're casting, okay,
Yeah.
I'm just
casting
basically going
darkness,
to
it's
tell.
magical.
I'm going to when I start to make that step, and it's just like clink, and it starts making that noise. I'm just going to tell everybody, go, 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 go. I'm going to cover you with darkness. Y'all have to get out of here.
Cool. Elena's gonna hear that as she's reaching towards herself and also towards Torb to cast invisibility on us both.
Oh.
Amazing.
Fantastic. You hear what every cat owner has heard at night when their cat gets the zoomies.
Yep.
The displacer beast pops up, but the room is dark for some reason. And as you are moving out, can any of you see in this darkness?
I can.
Okay.
No.
Of course you can.
Yeah. No.
Amazing.
No, like look, I have Eldritch Sight, so I can see
Yeah.
a magical
I
darkness.
love
Got it.
that.
Okay.
I love
Holy
it
place,
though.
you're awesome.
So all of you just hear pads just flapping across the floor, the desks, or whatever.
And
But
I'm just trying to like usher people out of the room.
Torb, you see the
The
displacer
problem
beast
is we
sniffing.
can't see it.
You see the displacer beast sniffing around, moving around to different places, jumping on the desk, trying to find because now the displacer beast can't see in this magical darkness, does not know what's going on, but sniffing, feeling, and as it feels for the holder, as it feels across the desk, it feels around the holder where the
Pressure plate thing was.
pressure plate thing was. It does the
God.
cat thing
Fuck.
and knocks it off the desk. You hear.
Yeah.
And you hear a groan from down below you. You hear a you can probably see that little rod that was sticking up out of the desk up in the encased in the holder drop. You hear a thunk and you hear a groan, and the entire house shifts
Yeah.
sickeningly to the left.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that-
Yep.
And
That's the
that
thing
is
with
our-
polymorph, y'all.
Yep, that's the thing.
That is the cue to leave. That is the cue to leave.
Time to go.
Yep.
All
yep,
right.
I'm good.
As you guys walk out of the room, Callista was the only one outside the room.
Yeah, I stayed
Yep.
outside
Callista
the
stayed
room.
outside the room. So Callista, you didn't necessarily see everything that went on in the room. You just saw some darkness pop up. You heard a bunch of clattering around, and all of a sudden, the entire house groaned and leaned.
This time it wasn't me.
No.
That's true.
This is everybody talking as they
We
start
booped the
shoving
chaos.
away.
inside.
We're literally mystery inking, running, and talking about everything that's happening at the same time. Amazing.
And okay, so what do? You're on the you can still hear the displacer beast kind of running akimbo in the office behind you. You are standing on the balcony of this house. If you look down, you'll see that the gator is still there. It's just uncomfortable and unhappy.
I basically take everybody out of the room and then close the door behind me.
Okay.
Is there greenery and stuff below us? Like, how far down would it be?
A jump from here would be a splash.
Okay.
But not a far swim is of the mossy bank from whence you came. You are a little bit further down from it than you started because the house has been making its way downtown.
Sure.
But it'd be a splash and a short swim to the bank.
Whoever doesn't want to swim.
I can levitate down. I'll be all right.
Whoever wants to
could
pop
swim,
across, grab my hand.
But I'll take it because I don't know what's in there.
Yep, I just want to make sure everyone's good. Everyone's good.
Yep, and so I will dimension door me and Blurg back across.
Fantastic.
All right. Allie is gonna cast levitate. What she's gonna do is basically walk towards the edge of the balcony and kind of lean, and then she's gonna use the, because otherwise she's just gonna float very slowly. She's gonna kind of push off of it, almost superhero kind of style, to try and push herself to the bank and levitate slowly down.
Fair enough. And does that make anyone left standing? So we have a Torb, Callista, Dimension Doored, right?
No, Blurg and Callista.
Blurg and Callista, Dimension Doored. Allie levitated.
I'm guessing, Elena?
So Torb and Elena, you're still on the balcony then?
I have another dimension door, but I don't think I can use it with you because you're bigger than me. Right?
You know something? That is fine. Here's what I'm going to do. You take your dimension door and get yourself out of here. We have, fly for these reasons. I'm going to just cast fly on myself.
There you
Amazing!
go.
Nice.
All right. As you all
Everyone's
arrive,
so cool.
As you all arrive on the bank, you see the house continue to walk, but it's like changing direction. It's like a very uncomfortable alligator at the moment. And as you're seeing that, make a perception check.
Sure.
Perception.
Perception check.
7.
22.
Perception. 16.
I've got the gem.
I am a leaf on the wind, and I see nothing.
Nothing, just nah.
Okay. So no
That's a
one catches
perception of an
anything.
8.
It was a
22.
6.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
Allie, you notice a tall, long-haired human in a all-white suit, black tie, carrying a black cane, long black hair, and he's not wearing the jacket. He's doing that drape over the shoulder trick with the jacket, white jacket with black lapels, and he's just standing there watching you with his cane in front of him, 2 hands clasped on the top of his cane.
We may have a problem. Kind of
Yeah?
We need to go. What do we do? Do we wish on the gem? What do we do? What do we do?
I don't know how to work this thing.
Whether or not you have a problem depends on what's still in my house. Now the rest of you can turn and notice this individual standing there.
Oh.
Look,
Yeah, that was the problem.
everything that's been in your house is still there.
You have a pretty cat.
That's just difficult to believe at the moment, seeing as I do know when Titus wakes and stirs, and it seems that Rufus has become quite uncomfortable. Titus usually doesn't trip the trap himself.
That would be because of little Scruffy here. You know, just got a little too jumpy, but that's it.
Look, cats get the zoomies all of
Yeah,
the time. Can you
all
blame
the time.
him for adhering to his nature?
Yep.
All the time.
I'm still wearing the perfume if I can make a...
How
You can
far
make
away
that
is it?
check. Make that check. Actually, no, he's not close enough to you. He's not close enough to smell the perfume. That's only a certain distance when you make the checks.
Oh, is
And
he still
Alex-
up on the thing?
Oh no, he's not up on the house. He's
No,
next to you on the bank.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on the bank with us.
Unfortunately.
He'll hold up his cane, and you see the end is an orb that has like what looks like a storm encased inside of the orb. And as he holds it up, it glows. And who currently has the emerald?
It does not
Ellie.
give a distance.
Okay,
Oh.
all right. Well, then you can try to make that.
Oh.
You can make that persuasion
It
check.
just says it lasts an hour.
All right, you
Yeah.
can make that persuasion check.
If it, yeah. Allie has it, by the way.
It's actually Allie's wind. Like
Yeah, literally, I was like, maybe get some wind over it. Nice! Let's go, Calista.
Natural
Excellent.
20.
Hey,
For a total
let's
of 24.
go.
Okay. He says, well, as cats are quite the fickle creatures, so you might be correct. Well, so sorry, friends. In that case, please excuse me. And he turns around. He turns his back to cast the spell he was about to cast. And when he does, you see his cane, the end of his cane glow, and the emerald you're holding glows and creates a like sonar noise, like a.
Jelly beans.
I don't like that sound at all.
What? This is this was handed down. This is an antique in my family.
Not
And
him
that's
out
when-
here with a little like 2-clap beep for the keychain, like beep beep beep. So, like that's what he did.
Would
You were holding it in your hand in front of you when you said that?
Me?
Yes.
No, she was just kind of gesturing because she's been hiding it in like one of her wraps. Like, what? I mean, this is like an artifact. but,
Would-
like,
That's when
did we see him cast it?
we saw him
if you were
preparing.
looking at him,
yeah.
I'm sure you would.
Oh yeah.
Can I counterspell it?
Yeah, there you go. I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, let's go.
When you do, his rod starts to like short out as he does that, and he says, "Well, that's unfortunate, but also suspicious.
I mean,
What was your
That's
business
fair.
here tonight?" You hear a screech on the wind.
Oh.
Our business?
Yes, what made you visit my neck of the woods?
We were
Look.
thinking about getting some real estate in this area, so we wanted to do like, survey it a little bit before we, buy. There's a realtor we're working with, just to buy a lot, and then we're thinking about building this like tavern thing.
In this economy.
Yeah,
Certainly you spoke with the council.
yeah, totally.
Must have been how you cast gate to get here. It is,
Look,
after all, a gated community.
Let's be honest. I
Get
haven't.
the I'm out of here.
Hate this!
I'm so done
No!
with you. Hold on, let me roll some psychic damage because I definitely just took it.
This took some
Yeah,
psych
yeah.
damage on that one.
We
Oh
had
my
we had
God.
permits we had to apply
8.
for. You can
Oh,
fully check with the
God.
council. We're ready to get out of here.
Well,
Look,
because then you have nothing to worry about.
in
Because then certainly
turn-
you would know.
In
that-
terms of the whole gate situation, I unfortunately have been on a path of trying to get home, and it has unfortunately been a lot of travel through different dimensions, and I cannot seem to get to where I need to go. So I
Confirm
am
that. That's true.
so
That's how we
sorry
met.
that we ended up here.
Then I surely hope that you find your
I hope
friends
so
a
too.
home while you try to find your own home.
It's both. It's both.
Elena has been just standing there this entire time, very with escalating anxiety,
Sure.
and I apologize to the players. Elena's not going to until later. She's just going to say, "We took your crystal!"
Oh my god!
Then I will be happy.
Amazing!
Allie just go from a mix of like, okay, to run!
And I'll be happy for the help of on community security measures.
Time to go.
Hold on, is this a gated community?
Yes, yes.
Unauthorized gate spells do meet with security measures.
Yep. Time to go.
Yep, roll initiative.
Oh.
And you may view the battle map now and roll 20.
Ooh, I rolled really high. Holy smokes.
How do I make these ones more visible? Or how to make these creatures visible that aren't currently?
They should be.
Yeah,
I see
Alright,
two flying things and
Two flying
this place-
things.
Yeah.
Those would be the peritons. You know, we can differ on the pronunciation later.
Sure.
Finlock is down at one end, but from the other direction, two peritons are descending upon you.
Wonderful.
And you may now all roll initiative.
I popped it into chat so that
Me too.
would make it a little
Very good. I will click run on this encounter
make it a little easier.
and add your...
Oh, Lena, that makes sense though.
That makes a lot of sense. Though.
Yeah.
The dice tell a story.
Yeah.
All right, let's... so
gotta
you
get all
guys
my-
are dropping the initiatives in chat for me?
Yep, I gotta
Thank
pull
you
out my
ever so.
D6s. Oh,
All right.
no.
We're dropping them in Zoom chat.
Yes, please.
All right.
So Allie rolled at an 18.
Up.
Oh.
23 on Blurg. Way to go, Blurg. You go, Glenn.
Yeah, buddy. You a fast boy.
All right, 18 on Torb. So who has the dex advantage on that?
I have a +5
Damn,
to Dex.
Three 18s. Wow.
You have a +5 to dex. Torb, I guess that put Torb behind. That put Torb behind you then. Or mentioned earlier, not very dexterous.
Oh, I am absolutely not very dexterous, but I did
Okay.
get an 18 on that initiative roll.
Okay, you tied with Allie, so I was just trying to see who won the dex.
Oh, my dex mod is a 2.
Okay, yeah, definitely higher on Allie. Lena with a 2, and Callista with an 18. Callista, what's your
No
dex?
problem.
My dex is
My
a
ghost.
2.
My
Plus
Callista
2.
roll.
Hi, Callista.
All right, is a 2. So yeah, Allie will go first, followed by Callista and Torb on that. All right, so Blurg, you're up. The
Right.
Peritons are descending upon you.
All right. And he's over. Okay, so he's guys over there, and okay, cool. What do I want to do? Let's see. I was not prepared to go first. All right, so I apologize in advance, and I'm gonna shoot this guy twice with arrows.
The Friendlock, the guy that's standing in front of you, or one of the Peritons?
Friend luck, because I
Okay, so you shoot at Friendlock with 2 arrows.
Yep. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do, because I forgot about this, is I take my hand and I rake it back, the back of the bow, and it begins to ignite with this divine-looking light. And I actually need to roll some damage because I hurt myself. 2 points of damage to me, as I am using my Cruising Right of the Dawn. Which gives me extra damage and makes everything radiant and awesome, and resistant to necrotic damage. So I will go ahead and fire at our friend here.
All right, make 2 attack rolls with those arrows.
All right. 22 to hit.
Ooh, hits.
And 19 to hit.
Both hit. Roll that damage. Roll that beautiful damage.
Right. So yeah, as you see, both these divine-looking arrows, and that's going to be where is my D8? Oh, maximum damage there. So that's I'll just give you the grand total for all of it.
Right.
14, 22. So that's 22 points of piercing damage.
Bam.
Plus
Nice.
plus 2d6 radiant. An additional, so 7 radiant damage.
All right.
This is all magical, by the way.
All right, it's all magical. 22 piercing, 7 radiant. So the radiant's gonna get halved, and it gets put to a 22, and then I'll give it the 3, so 25 points of damage that you did to him.
Yeah, not bad. Bonus action.
Yeah, you hear a groan as those arrows make their mark.
Yeah.
On
And
either side, like on either side of his midsection. One hits about at the shoulder, the other one hits about in his side.
Yep, and I'll just as they hit him, I'll just say, call them off and stop this. That'll be my turn.
All right, well then, next up, one of the Peritons will immediately seize upon the opportunity to swoop down on Blurg because we just made the most noise just now.
Totally.
And Periton makes an attack. In fact, he's probably going to multi-attack. Yeah, the Periton goes to gore with its horns and also strike you with its talons.
Before that happens, I'd like to use my reaction to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Nice.
As it reaches out, it's like, you're not listening! And I reach out my hand, and the pool of blood begins to kind of surface on the, like right above the eyes for them. So you need to, and I'm going to actually amplify it so it's all the attacks.
Okay.
I take a lot of damage for that, though, an additional 6. But you can take 6 off of that attack roll, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a +5 on that roll, so that would have been 15. That would be 16. So you said take 6 off.
Yep.
Does a 10 hit?
No, it does not.
That's what I thought. Had to ask though. And the next attack definitely does not hit as well. So you do this like you basically you did the Krillin solar flare and the Periton swooping down to gore and slash at you. Misses, wheels, and kind of does that weird bird hop on the ground next to you as it lands. The second Periton is up next in the battle order. And they, looking at here, let me move them. I should probably move on the map what just happened. That'd be a good idea. All right, so one of the Peritons has landed on the ground next to Blurg over here after an unsuccessful attack. The other will swoop down upon, who's this here? Lena. And make an attack against Lena.
Okay.
Same move. We'll try to make a gore and a talent attack. Does a 14 hit?
That's my AC. Oh, wait, I have a spell for this. It's called Shield.
Yeah, you do!
Ah!
All right, so you bumped your AC up.
Yeah, so my AC is 19 for
All right,
the
so
short foreseeable future.
The Periton goes to gore you with its antler-style horns and everything, and does that weird headbutt thing popping off of the shield that you just cast, but then just reaches out with its talons and does a 23 hit.
Yeah.
Ooh. So it's a little disoriented, but it does make a desperate grasp with these talons. And so 7 points of piercing damage on Elena.
Owie.
Yeah. and it only backs off a little bit and hovers above you. That was going to be a flyby attack, but after that bonk he took on the shield, I'm going to leave him right there. So yeah, you got a Periton just flying just above you. And then the turns go to Allie.
Allie is going to... She's going to shift over here and then try to hide in that bush as her bonus action. And then for her action, she's going to pull out this gnarled piece of wood that has purple and black carvings in it that kind of glow. And she is going to go ahead and take a shot at this gentleman over here.
Oh, very nice.
That's cocked. That is going to be a 25.
Wow, that hit.
Okay.
Hit him.
And she's going to use Bolt from the Grave, so he's going to take an additional 5d6 necrotic damage as this comes on in.
So 5d6 necrotic on top of what other damage?
On top of piercing damage.
Okay.
So that's going to be 31 points of damage. Basically, you see for a moment, all of a sudden, Allie's kind of eyes go black, and her normally vibrant hair almost seems to still very slowly as it turns black. And you just see these black and purple kind of arrows kind of assuming near the one that she is shooting and just going as she is shooting.
Those arrows hit. They find their mark on the sides of Friendlock, and as they start to like, you see the necrotic damage hovering over him. You hear him start to scream, and he goes, "All right, nope, not worth this." He tosses his coat off, and you see wings sprout from his back. He raises into the sky a little bit, and a light covers his body, and you see that some of the arrows that Blurg shot into him fall off. The necrotic damage recedes as he is healed just a bit. This Aasimar and Divine Soul Sorcerer just jumped up into the air and recovered half his hit points.
Dang it. All right, that's it for me.
All right, that would make Callista up.
Okay. So, let's do it. Callista's gonna cast Immolation on him.
Wow. So it's a dex save?
Yep.
All right, he's going to try to make that save. He rolled a natural one.
Yes!
Yeah!
Oh,
Let's see
he's gonna not be so happy.
Oh,
Let's go.
Oh my god, that sounds like a lot of dice.
33 points of fire damage.
33 points of fire damage.
And I'm going to use a Quicken spell to firebolt him as well.
Before you firebolt him, do you want him dead? Because I'm going to go ahead and let you know, as soon as you immolate him, you know that you've single tapped him. Are you about to double tap him?
Ooh.
Question.
Let's be honest, Callista acts
It's
so
gonna double
quickly. She probably doesn't even realize that she single tapped him.
Okay. So go ahead, hit him with that firebolt.
Okay, so can I counterspell the firebolt?
You could
Sin,
do
I
that.
love you. Sin, I
It was a dirty
As he
20 to
dropped,
hit.
that immolation lit him up in flames. He screamed, dropped out of the sky, and he kind of just came up on one shoulder, charred and crispy. Do you counterspell the firebolt?
Well, I'm going to and just go. Like, is that basically is that necessary? We can just take what we came for and leave.
And so the firebolt is shot from Callista, and diverts mid-air to be caught in Torb's hand. The firebolt just enters his palm and he grips it and the magic dissipates. And asks you, Callista, is that necessary?
Do you think he'll stop?
He will! He will!
Callista, I don't know if you've taken the time to admire your work. Look at him.
Yes. Which is,
We can go.
with how powerful he is, something he can heal from.
With how powerful you are, I'm almost positive he won't want to.
Just then you hear a...
Oh no.
And
Yeah.
Curtis is back and is running across the marsh that you're standing on. Displacer Beast in pursuit.
Oh no.
And he is hugging something
That's what I
to his...
thought.
He's hugging something to his chest.
Okay.
Got to go. We gotta go. We are out. We got to go. Get the emerald. Did you get it?
What?
Yeah.
What do you have? What did you take?
There is no time for this.
Behind
We gotta
you,
go.
the gate. Behind you, behind Allie, who I believe is still the furthest. No, behind Blurg, who is the furthest from where Curtis is coming running. The gate spell opens again, and you see the warehouse back in the Con-Vergence.
Time to go.
If you were a good guy, I'm really, really sorry.
I just wait for everybody to leave.
Elena cannot take this. Elena cannot handle this. She's going.
Oh.
Yeah, Callista is moving through.
Yeah. Yep. Same.
All right, and so everyone goes through, but Torb.
I just kind of glance back to give him one very sad nod before jumping through the gate.
Everyone else goes through the gate. Torb looks back at Friendlock, gives him his pity, and Curtis bolts past Friendlock, bolts past Torb, and you see the Displacer Beast jump and do the whole pause first, before Torb steps through and the gate closes.
Amazing.
On the other side, Curtis, you see he's got a bundle of cloth in his arms. All right. Did you get it? Did you get the emerald?
Yeah, but what did you get?
All right, here we go. Stuart, start pedaling.
What did you get?
Now, you see, a businessman never gives up on an opportunity. Y'all had him very distracted, and so he puts, the bundle of cloth on the shelf. So, of course, I need to keep my own interest in mind. And he unwraps it, and you see a gold figurine, figurine of a canary, sitting on the shelf now. He says, now that emerald is nice, but this one won't go back to him. So we'll call this a win for everyone. And as soon as you hear that, a booming voice goes, everyone, Curtis?
Mm-hmm.
With a shimmer, Tasha appears.
Yay.
Elena almost passes out.
Cold air goes straight to Elena.
Now, I hear there's someone who's earned an audience with the Witch Queen herself.
Mm-hmm. That'd be Elena.
Yep.
Oh, well,
Is that coffee?
Yeah, coffee. And I'm actually, Tasha, it's great seeing you and stuff like that. I'm gonna actually, volunteer the time I would have had so Elena has extra time.
Same.
Same.
Such generosity I have not seen in an age. You could learn.
You don't have to do that.
Breathe.
I'm going to cast heroism on Elena.
Yeah!
Oh
What a
Yeah,
great
you
idea.
will.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This has become the most wholesome thing. I love it.
This is
Lots of
great.
it.
With a
You
wave
wrecked
of
a-
her hand, Tasha materializes.
Sorry,
Blink
that was
dog.
scruffy.
The
I'm
blink
so
dog.
sorry.
he had a moment. There's a lovely dining table, like a lovely circular table with 2 seats and espresso sitting on the table, and she asks, "Now come, Elena. I've always interested in what the young magic users are doing nowadays. So, please,
before we start, can you sign my spellbook? Please?
Tasha signs the spell book.
Oh my god.
But they sign it in the back cover.
Uh-huh.
But when they do, now there is a small hologram Tasha that will appear every time you read that signature. So there is a small Tasha avatar that will assist you with your spell book going forward. If you're familiar with the Order of the Scribes mechanics, I don't know if which class was your wizard again, Elena?
Abjuration, because she's scared of everything, so she's always wanting to protect herself.
You now freely get the feature that your spellbook now freely has the feature of the Order of the Scribes spellbook has of awakened mind. Your spellbook now can speak to you, and it speaks to you in Tasha's voice.
I think that Tasha's like,
MG.
the keyword you're looking for is not present in this.
There
book.
you are. As she does this, she says, I'm always happy to lend my services and my advice to anyone who willingly seeks it. Isn't that right, Curtis? Now, ma'am, I assure you, Miss Tasha, that there was always going to be another reward. There was always going to be another prize. Yes, but not the one you promised, was it, Curtis? And she snaps her fingers. Curtis and Stuart are now swapped places, and Curtis is like,
Yes.
And then she said, "Now, I was not a fan of Friendlock having the figurine, but not a fan of you having it either." And she telekinesis the figurine to herself, opens a bag that's next to her and tosses it in, and says, "So, dear, tell me all about yourself. You seem so interesting." And that is where we will close today.
Yay! Yay! Dreams come true, everybody!
Come true.
Wow.
And so Elena has met Tasha. We've put Curtis in his place for the moment.
Oh my god.
Things.
And
Friendlock.
Torb stopped Callista from killing someone.
Yay!
MVP to Torb on that one.
Yes.
No doubt.
Absolutely, 100%.
Play the game on no
play
murder.
the game, yeah. Exactly. That was
Oh,
outstanding.
Torb, we
you're
cannot
muted.
hear you, sir.
Oh no, I haven't done anything yet. It's just one of those very much like
just
do
basking in the
we
glow.
need to though?
Look,
It's
we gotta?
she's used to things just trying to kill her, so she's just like,
That's
boom,
fair.
boom.
Yeah.
Torb
You know
is
something?
showing there is another way.
I think Callista and Tor would be a great dynamic for like a longer game for sure.
Yes.
But like to explain to y'all how Torb is set up, those 10 levels are 8 in Paladin, 8 in Warlock, but 2 in Paladin. Which I just
buddy.
was at 2 in Paladin.
There you
Hey, I love
Let's
to
go,
see
let's
it.
go, let's go, let's go.
go. All right. Well,
So
ladies and gentlemen, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today through the Con-Vergence and the machinations of Curtis G. Make a Penny. Unintentionally getting the attention of Tasha and unintentionally giving Elena exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
So,
Love
players,
to see
could you please tell our audience once again where they can find you so they can keep up with all of your machinations and your adventures to come? Let's start with Jordan.
Hi everybody, I'm DnDJordanLea. I'm a Twitch variety streamer, charity streamer, and soon to be DM on a campaign that's starting next month on the channel and Pastrano. I'm also found on Monday nights on Mini Terrain Domain, playing a very different character than what you just met for this. It's fantastic, so tune in on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm also working with the wonderful Callista, aka Babs, over on Chaotic Tiefling Productions as a creative production assistant. So I'm all over the place. Go check out my socials. And Finn and everyone, thank you so much. I totally need a whole campaign of this group now. That's the problem.
It's always the problem.
It is always the problem. Well, with that, Duval!
Duval! Hey, everybody. My name is Jacob Plick, DuvalKingJacob on the internets, and typically found at my home on the internet, co-founder of the Amphitheater, where we play D&D and Blades in the Dark and play video games and stuff. So you can find me there on Tuesdays right now, Eulalia 5e Ridwall Story. Wednesdays, Duval's Gaming Journey, where we're playing some video game of some retro stuff. Bi-weekly Thursdays, Blades in the Dark, which is super awesome, and with lovely Maria, Outcast and Outclass on the opposite Thursday over on Waffles Maple Syrup, and I'm also the DM of Duval and Dragons on So Meta Games, and on the opposite Sunday, I am a cast member and player on Dragonlance Dragons Rebirth. And there's also a bunch of stuff, so follow me and give me like an internet hug sometime. I give them back, and they're really good.
Follow Duval, because apparently he's everywhere all the time, and that's the only way you're going to be able to keep up.
Yep.
Exactly.
Very true.
My DMs are open.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Decent messaging is what DM stands for.
Decent messaging.
So, Maria, tell us where we can find you.
I would love to. Hi, hello. My name's Maria. I am HappyCapster all over the internet. I stream. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I am also a cast member, as Duval has said, over on Waffles Maple Syrup every other Thursday as part of Outcast and Outclassed. You can also find me most Wednesday evenings over on Only Play Wizards, where I play in the Expanse TTRPG Abraxas' Precipice. They just celebrated 1 year of doing that show, and I joined in late, and it's very good. Beyond that, you can catch me everywhere, kind of. I'm doing a lot of one-shots these next coming months, so please do follow me on my socials so you know when I'm doing those, as well as when I'm starting my new talk show, Nightcap Season 2. If you haven't seen Season 1, it's on my YouTube channel, but it's going to be really good. There's maybe a guest or two in this call.
Also, commission HappyCap, because
Also, I do art!
HappyCap did all my emotes and my overlays. So
I do those things. You can find my information on my socials.
Yes, I can't with you. I love
HappyCap's still riding that high from meeting Tasha.
you.
Listen! It's going to be a highlight for forever.
Oh, you took Tasha with you. You've got like a little Tasha
I know.
Tasha avatar.
I'm so excited.
Torb. Torb, I just read yours.
You know something?
Dan, tell us
Say
where
something?
to find you.
What I heard right there was that we have a bit of a branding update to get into, but I mean, maybe. Also, hi, it's me, player of all sorts of like generally story-based games and player tabletop games and ranter at tech. So you can find me on the Synxiec channel on Twitch on Tuesdays. You can find me hanging out with the major Linux Tech Talk Thursday crew on Thursdays, and you can find me with the Eldritch Tide crew with Wesselhausen on Mondays. And then every other Sunday, I will be on Neon Lights Roleplay playing All Black Everything as an adventurer who wants to save kaiju in a steampunk universe, because of course we do those sort of things around here. You can also find me on Twitter at Synxiec Beta, which is, I'm not sure whether harder to spell or to pronounce depending on people, but I'm sure that it'll appear on the screen somewhere.
It will be there. It will be done
and we
by
play
none
D&D.
other than Babs.
Oh,
Where
hey.
can we find you?
Oh, hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood BabstheBat, and Chaotic Tiefling. I am the CEO for Chaotic Tiefling Productions. We are a full-service production company out in Atlanta, but we also do a lot with content creators. We do a lot of video editing. We do a lot of consultations for anyone that wants to get into streaming or up their streaming game. Anything you want to learn, we're here for you. Anything you need, we're here for you. Hit us up, chaotictieflingproductions.com. You can also find me at @RealBabstheBat on all social media, because I think I finally got it all changed over to that. And I am also a producer over on the D4 RPG channel. I help produce the live show D4. And on June 12th, we will be back with our other show that Finn and I are both full-time in, Utharian Legends. We would be back tomorrow, the 29th of May, Yeah.
But Momo
we'll be a MomoCon.
We're at
which is
MomoCon.
why we're all
So if you're
here right
watching
now.
this right now,
Yes.
why aren't you doing con stuff?
It's the Con-Vergence.
Yes, we're at the Con-Vergence at the con. That's why it's converging, because we're here
Indeed.
and there at the same time. So
I'm just saying, if you're watching this and you happen to be there, come by and say hello at a respectful distance, please.
yes, please.
That.
Yes, please. Because at least 4 of us will be there.
Yes, come by and give us distance hugs.
Yes. And then on Chaotic Tiefling, we also do a live read classical literature show that will be coming up in probably towards the middle of June.
Yes, we have to fit it into our June at this point.
Yes, but follow Chaotic Tiefling on the internet to find out what that next show is and when it's going to be. We just did Tartuffe, and it was amazing. And we've done a whole backlog of Shakespeare, which you can find on our YouTube channel. But yes, come find us, come see us. If you're at MomoCon, come say hi. And yeah.
And I've been Finnegan Archer, your game master today. You can find me on the socials at Bloodhaven Bard, where I talk about comic books and TTRPGs and nerdy things. We are so happy you guys joined us today. We're so happy to be NeverEnding for sponsoring creating this stream and this game today. You can visit them at beneverending.com and .app, where you can create your own characters and scenes for your own tabletop adventures.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us. We hope you had fun, but until next time, please remember that Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Please work to stop AAPI hate. And in general, if I have forgotten anyone, let me just say that if a human lets you be human, then support and protect that human. Thank you all, and we hope you have a fantabulous day.